Hey everybody, how's it going? Um, this is a Legends of War update video, as well as maybe a generic update video if I have time afterwards. And what Legends of War is, I have at least one video, possibly two on it, and I have a Fortress Monastery blog post on it. But what it is a escalation event that me and my friends made up. Um, it varies. It's not standard escalation league stuff. It's their own brew of it, but it's random, meaning you get a random army. Now, there are some rerolls allowed, and it's flexible, so if you really don't want to do things, you can reroll it. But eventually, it's random. Oh, I mean, in essence, it's random. And I rolled orcs, as you can see. And then the two other people who are still a part of it rolled Imperial Guard. Now, there's a fourth guy who made orcs. He's on hiatus right now. But with the orcs, eventually he'll join the rest of us, but that's neither here nor there. If you want more information on the random 40k event called Legends of War, you can check out the Fortress Monastery blog post, or my videos here. Heroes Raven also has a blog post on it, so because he's a part of it. I suggest trying it out, maybe varying the rules a bit for your play group, but it's pretty cool, and it's also a good way to get new players involved because they can build up an army at the same time you're building up, say, a secondary one to build up or something like that, and that way they don't feel overwhelmed by the fact that you have 3,000 points of guard, for example, and they have an HQ that they painted up. I mean, this lets them play, learn as they're going with building up point costs, so starting small and getting bigger, as well as feeling like they're on the same level as far as army goes with you, because you're starting a new army with them. Your own random army, but still, you would let in that case you would let the new player pick, obviously. That way he can get what he wants, because they're new. You don't want to scare them away by giving them an army they hate or that whatever because they rolled it. Anyway, moving right along. If you want more information, pretty much the end result is to get a 1750 point army, fully painted and based. Excuse me. And the whole reason I want the fully painted and based is, quite frankly, armies that aren't fully painted and not based are lame. I'm saying it right now. I don't care what anybody you think about that. That's my opinion. It's neither wrong nor right. I just think they're lame. And I'll do a video on that later. So if you really want to rant on a comment about that, you can do it in that video, not here. Even though you can do it here. I can't stop you. But anyway. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to disable posts. So, as you can see, I rolled orcs, and I talked a little bit about them in other Legends of War update video. But I have a Countess Gaskell, whose name is Grax Daka Goldteeth, and yes, it does say Yo-Ho on his gob. He leads the Daka Lads pirate group. The first troops I added were Meganobs, 5 Meganobs. Because he's a war boss, and war boss allow 1 Nob or Meganob squad as a troop choice. So I did. 5 strong, all of them with combi scorches. They have gold teeth on them on purpose. This guy's too. He leads the squad even though there is no Nob that leads it. They have the same stat line. Just for fluff, they're the gold tooth guards. They always accompany Gaskell. Anyway, or they always accompany Graxstock of gold teeth to count as Gaskell. Anyway, I gave him combi scorchers because scorchers are heavy flamers, essentially stat-wise, strength 5, AP4 template, and you don't have to roll the hit with templates. And 5 strength 5 templates, AP4, can wreak a lot of havoc. Because twin link shooters, yes, 5 points cheaper or whatnot. What's this skill 2? And they're shooters. I have a rest of the army with shooters. I wanted the scorches. So that's the reason why I did that. And then the second troop choice is 20 shooter boys. These are the shooter boys and 20 shooter boys go, which I did not paint all of them, as you all know from that video series. I painted some of them, and then my friend Helios Raven painted the rest. I paid him a bit. I paid him some money so he can pay me. I paid him some money so he can paint my shooter boy squads or my troop choices. That's because I enjoy painting arcs. I don't enjoy the troop choice painting for some reason. It just seems unnecessarily not annoying, but just too repetitive for the troops. I mean, I'm going to paint up my commando squads, which I'm going to add eventually, and I'm going to paint up my vehicles. It's just the troop choices I can't stand. And there's no real prize for coming in first when you painting the guys first, so there's no real it's not really cheating because there's no prize for that. There's no benefit, but you get the point. Last week we did our because part 3 was a secondary troop choice. So last week we did our fighting for that, and I had to fight each of the Imperial Guard guys once, and they fought each other at some point, I think. But I beat both of them, and I attribute that to the fact that we weren't doing 4x6, we were doing 4x4, so they couldn't really get to like really far diagonally away from me, because we did that so we could actually, you know, fight each other and not be across the board diagonally and not get to each other by turn 5. So I attribute it to that, and I attribute it to my Mega Knobs. And what I mean is, while both of them did whittle down my Arc Shooter boys a bit, Helios Raven, they're both Imperial Guard, with his guys, brought them down to nearly half and killed off, I think, at least one Mega Knob squad, and wounded my HQ at least once, possibly twice. The other guy our other friend killed 3 Mega Knobs, wounded Gascolic once, and did like maybe 6 wounds, killed off 6 of the guys in my Shooter Boy squad. But so they both hurt me about the same amount, but I'm not saying they did anything wrong. It's just the tactic didn't work out that they were doing, because it's hard to kill 2+ armor saving Mega Knobs with 2 wounds apiece. But a lot of them, they focused a little bit too much fire, in my opinion, on the Mega Knobs. Now, one guy does have a veteran squad with Harker with 3 plasma guns. That should shoot the Mega Knobs. The plasma's anti them essentially. But other than that, some they would focus a little bit too much fire on the Mega Knobs with their las guns and even some flamers and whatnot. I'm not calling them wrong. I'm not saying they're bad players. They're not. It's natural reaction to try and kill off these guys. They're big and scary, and they're beasts in close combat. But and then in close combat, I think some of them try to attack the HQ a little bit too much. Not that it matters. Well, it does kind of matter. I'm gonna go into that in a different video. But I think if they did a little bit more focus fire on my boys, they could have wiped them out. Because once they get below 10, they're not fearless anymore. They're gonna be below half strength. If they run, because of leadership checks after every wound after that, they're gone, essentially. So that's, if I were fighting this army with the same type of armies they had, I would have focused more fire into eradicating all these guys while staying away from and taking pot shots with like AP2 or AP1 weaponry at the Mega Knob squad with the HQ. Now granted, I played on purpose to get these guys up in front to be all nasty, to force that to happen, because my Shooter Boys are only armor of 6, so I did that on purpose. But it was lots of fun, and now we're going up to part 4, which is we're going up to 1,000 points. So you can add and make the army up to 1,000 points strong and add whatever you want. Of course, it's gonna be scary because Helios Raven's gonna be very tank heavy, so he's gonna have a bunch of kill me with big tanks and kill with big tanks in general. The other guy is very infantry with no tanks, but he's going to have a lot more infantry, which is going to be scary, and shooting and anti-tank weaponry there. What I'm adding is not as impressive. I'm adding 2 battle wagons. That's about it. Each one with a zap gun, boarding plank, wrecking ball, and death roller. But still, it's just 2 battle wagons. It's going to be this with 2 battle wagons. The whole point is to put these things both in transports, to get them there faster and safer, and then run amok. So that's what I'm adding. A quick update aside from this, I know somebody asked me to do Codex in Depth Demon Hunters. I do plan on doing that in the future, but the Space Wolf Codex is going to come out very soon, and I want to do that right when it comes out, essentially get like a week after it comes out or so. So I'm probably going to wait for Demon Hunters after that. I'm sorry, but it also allow me more time to figure out how I'm going to do that, because the Inquisitor plus the War Gear, it's a lot of stuff to cover in that Codex. I might do a unit in-depth Inquisitor on its own, just so I can cover Inquisitors for both Demon Hunters and Witch Hunters, and then just cover the rest of the Codex and Codex in-depth for Demon Hunters. So anyway, I've been painting up stuff, so expect some painting progress videos soon. And until next time, take it easy.